So we'll see if it works. Oh, my tweet didn't work. That means, oh, don't worry about it. Account is temporarily locked.
Ugh.
Twitter locked my account. What? I have to log in to unlock it. Oh, I don't even know what my Twitter account is. It just said it automatically sent out. Okay, let's see here.
Okay. Let me just mute.
All right, so we'll flip to this page and start with this. All right, so let me get to the right starting page with you guys. Welcome everybody. We're back. We've been off for a little bit, and we're gonna be off next week. But this week we are back. We're going to do some side missions with our crew from Fly Free or Die. I'm not running the camera today because I just look terrible. So we'll run the camera next time. So we left off last week with our crew, and we ended talking with this lady about our adventures underwater, where we had fought the mercenaries that were trying to kill us. We rescued Shan's daughter. I'm sorry, not Shan. Shan's the daughter. We rescued Shan, and from Tarika. We rescued Tarika's daughter, Shan, and we stopped the corporate coral munching machine that almost caused us a whole bunch of headaches underwater. Now we are flying back to Absalon Station, and we are going to do some side missions tonight. So let's get started. Everybody else can say hi and introduce yourself a little bit. We're short a few players, but I'm Phantom Ninja Ace, Game Master.
And I'm Grimoldus, your resident tech wizard, literally.
There you go.
I'm Lord Edge, and I'm playing Ragnar Set.
All right. Okay. So now we're going to, on our way back to Absalon Station, we get a call from Rock Dregna. He is a male human who is a very wealthy merchant who typically remains secluded on his private asteroid. Lately, he's been setting his sights on acquiring a Capon. This is an amphibious predator that can detach his tentacles to hunt independently for his own personal zoo of exotic animals. So think TDK, the detachable kid, arms coming after you with teeth on the end, and be able to attack you. So that is what we're going to run into tonight. Excellent. Yeah, last couple times we have had no audio, so please keep trying with us and everything will keep going, and we'll figure it out. What was Ailes?
Tails.
Ailes is on, yeah, buddy. We're streaming. You good to go now?
Just had to fix dinner, finish a game.
All right.
Let everyone else to know from the other VC I was in that I had to go.
Okay. All right.
Fair enough.
That's cool. All right. So just whenever you're available. All right. So he gets on the phone. You hear. Let me see. Let me pull up. We've got a map of our ship, right? Let's see.
We're currently looking at the.
Yeah. Let me find our ship. What's our ship look like? Is this our ship? Yeah, this is our ship. Okay. So we're not talking with her right now. We're on our ship, and the murder brick. And you get a call. Bloop, bloop. Incoming.
Why you ping the Tuesday Starfinders?
Oh, shit. You're right. It should have been Sunday. Because I'm stupid. It's because I was looking at the other one. All right. There we go.
MC.
I'll delete this one.
Ooh.
All right. Anyway, so delete message. Yeah. Okay. Bink. Okay. So this is Rob Drearnark. I am trying to get someone to help out. I dispatched the crew of the Macomber, my collection crew, to fetch a Capian from a swampy planet in near space. They captured the creature, but as they left orbit, the Capian escaped from its tank and rampaged through engineering deck, damaging several safety systems. Wounded from the rampage, the crew managed to corner the Capian in an escape pod. Just then, the Macomber's engines exploded, ripping a hole in the ship's hull and killing everyone on board. Well, nearly everyone, that is. The automated failsafes launched the escape pod with a Capian inside. Despite the ancient systems on a forgotten space station orbiting the planet, it flared to life and locked onto the escape pod. A tractor beam brought the pod to the station's only functional airlock, which cycled automatically. Capian was released into a still sealed deck where soil and plant samples taken from the world below created a flourishing environment in the hydroponics bay. From what I gathered from their final logs that they sent before it was exploded, I believe that the Capian survived, and I'll pay handsomely to have it retrieved. I haven't heard or got any confirmations of the crew's death. Who knows if they had spacesuits on or whatever activated them? Maybe they're floating around out there alive too. Well, who knows? If you get them there, you get a bonus. So I'm offering you 10,000 credits for the live recapture of this prize, and you guys pull it up and you see it's posted everywhere on the Infosphere. Okay. Tarika also calls you and relays this message. This was just a message that you guys received. Tarika calls. Well, guys, I think this is a good chance for you guys to get a lot of money here. We got 10,000 credits, but it's going to be a dangerous mission. These things are crazy. They can attach their appendages, and they have teeth on them, and they can attack you from multiple. They can attack multiple people at one time. Says, but it seems to be a dangerous job. I don't know. It's up to you guys whether you guys want to do it or not.
I hope there's hazard pay.
Well, 10,000 credits is a lot. It says, but knowing his reputation, if you damage his prey, he'll reduce the price. He's a pain in the ass to negotiate with.
Did he say that it tore through the ship? Do you think the murder book can contain it?
They're aquatic creatures, so if you could put him in or you could repair his aquatic tank, you'll probably be able to maintain it, especially if you do it in one of your what did we call them? Our cargo of holdings.
Oh yeah.
If you can put him in there, the magical properties of that plus his tank should contain him, because they would rather be in the water than not. They're not happy out of the water.
Are they amphibious or fully aquatic?
They're amphibious.
Okay. Now it makes sense.
Yes.
Fuck.
So I said we check out that wreckage for that aquatic tank. That maybe we can salvage it.
Okay.
And then look for any survivors while we're out.
Okay. All right. So it'll take you a few days to get there. Ooh, it looks like 11 days. So who is going to be our pilot on this thing? Or are we going to just put the NPCs on the piloting?
I can pilot, but
Alright.
you know,
All right, that's fine. So let's roll through some piloting checks. Do you guys want to do anything during the downtime before we move on? Is there anything you guys want to do to get reset or whatever?
Just basic rest.
Okay, that's fine.
Wait, actually, yeah. How much rest would I need to get back to full?
Oh, you'll be full because 24-hour
And a
night
long
rest.
rest.
Yeah, you've got long rest. And you also have a medical facility here. You'll be able to heal up with no issues. You'll be fully
Plus a
fully
competent-
rested. Yeah.
Yeah, plus a competent doctor.
Yeah. Yeah, and you got a competent doctor. You've got arcane lab and a tech lab. So you guys with magic and everything else, you'll be fine.
Think we can buy some sedatives, tier 2s? Or would that decrease the value of the prey?
It would not, because it's not going to it wouldn't take hit points away from him. The sedative would
Yeah.
be fine. Yeah, so
Yeah.
you can do that. You have the tech labs and stuff. You can make sedatives. Roll me some life science and medicines checks to see how it goes. Okay, that's pretty solid.
29.
Yep.
And medicine, that's a
27.
27.
Okay, so you'll be able to make some doses that will give you. I think you can knock it out for like 2 hours. It's a large creature. You're probably going. You won't be able to knock it out for the whole trip, but you'll be able to when you get back to the ship, you'll be able to make more and
Yeah.
be able to keep him contained. The other thing you need to worry about is those detachable things, but you do know that they will grow back. So the other option is if you do injure him, you will be able to try to heal and repair him back before you deliver him. Hopefully, if you
Yeah.
don't kill him. Let's see what else is
That's
there.
not-
Okay, so you guys move through and you find the Macomber
Oh, wait,
after a few
sorry,
after a few days of travels. Let me pick another random spaceship. Let's try this one. Okay.
wait.
Yeah.
I actually did have a downtime activity. If I have enough time after healing up, I guess I'll try the working out downtime activity. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Working out.
Yeah, you can do that, and that'll give you the bonus. What is the down? Do you have in front of you the downtime activities? Yeah, there's bonus. You get a bonus for that.
Neat. I don't know how that would work on an SRO.
Well, there's different ones. You can also study. You can do you can do a lot of different downtime activities. So with the downtime activity, you can analyze samples, build shelters, you can carouse, convalesce, coordinate, crack technology, drill, entertain. Like an entertain, you would use a charisma based, and you would you'd be able to increase people's temporary hit points and morale bonuses. Explore futures. You could do mysticism, gather supplies, survival, bargains for diplomacy and computers, inoculate, lounge, maintain equipment, maintain readiness, which would help with your you do like sentry type thing, manage course, plan route. You could plan the route, and you could get a bonus on the next piloting check to speed up the trip. You can rebuild drones, refit the starship, research. There's a lot of different stuff you can do. It's pretty much the workout. A multi-day workout will help improve your agility or athletics. You spend 7 days carefully alternating between tense training. You will get a +2 circumstance bonus. Oh, at the end of 7 days, if you do a fortitude save with the DC of 10 plus half your character level, you will gain a 2 a +2 circumstance bonus to the save if you have access to exercise focused recreation suite, which we do, or similar. On success, once per day for the following week, you can re-roll a failed acrobatics, escape, fly, or tumble, or a failed athletics to climb, jump, or swim. So basically, it'll let you do a free re-roll once a day for the following week.
All right, sounds cool. Should I make that save then?
Yeah, go ahead and do your save attempt. So it'll be 15 is what you got to get as a fortitude save.
42. Okay. No good.
But you get even with the 10, you would get that bonus. So you can do that. You can check it at the end of 7 days. Okay. So instead of being able to re-roll it, I'll just give you the +2 because you did work out, but you didn't succeed the save. So you wouldn't get a re-roll, but you'd get a bonus on an acrobatic or athletics check for the next week of game time. Okay. All right.
Got
Now, did you want to do anything? Anybody else?
No, I guess
No.
that's... Well, I'm thinking of doing the research downtime. See if I can find out more information about the creature we're hunting.
Okay. Yeah, then what that will do, will give you a culture check.
We get to see the end results for the Splatoon 3 Splatfest. I know my team lost, but I still want to know how well we did.
Okay, go ahead and check. All right.
Well, it's still got half an hour left before the results are posted.
Oh, okay.
Oh, 13.
Okay. All right. Let's see. With the research, let's see. You have to, regardless topic, you must access the internet. For the next week, you can attempt culture checks to. Okay, so this one doesn't have a roll. It just says for the next
Okay.
for the next week, you can attempt culture checks to recall knowledge on that topic, untrained, and the DC will be reduced by 2. Each time you study a topic this way, you lose this benefit for the prior topic, but you can gain it for another one. So you just have to pick a topic that does not overlap with your first level theme knowledge. So it has to be something you don't know anything about. But you'll get a +2 bonus to that.
So yeah, that creature then
Okay.
for Xeno
Alright.
creatures.
All right, that'll work. Okay, cool. So you'll get a 15. That will give you enough to learn that this creature is, hang on, pull him back up. He is a aquatic creature, which we said. He also, it's a K-Pen. It's a large magical beast. So when you pull it up, let's show you what you get on the Infosphere. You pull it up, you see that the creature looks like this. Let me get him right to scale. He looks like that. And the Capians are some of the most insidious creatures to inhabit the galaxy's marshes. Although they are hulking beasts, their physiques somewhere between those of wolves and crocodiles. They detach their tentacles that have eyes and mouths. These eye stalks can wiggle like eels both on land and water and can travel 100 feet up from their host, allowing them to hunt and keep eyes on the territory, literally, while lurking safely out of sight, often underwater. The tentacles can transmit information back to the body via poorly understood physic phenomena. The tentacles are relatively weak on their own and generally return their host to gather in groups before engaging with prey or hunters or intruders. In marshy areas, they are known to hunt. Only the foolish will wade into the water without checking to make sure there's no fat vermin tentacles with tiny mouths lurking nearby. Let's see what else is anything on here. They live on multiple planets. They're most plentiful in worlds that have swamps and they're full of meaty prey. They are not naturally evil. Their limited intellects are incapable of truly understanding moral questions, but they are apex predators singularly driven by hunger and huge amounts of raw meat. So they want raw meat, they want raw meat, they want raw meat. They eat about half their body weight every few days, chewing away at corpses of prey with their dozens of tiny little mouths. Let's see what else. They've seen slow-moving mammals, flightless birds, and languid amphibians go extinct due to their voracious hunting patterns. They live and hunt alone, and sometimes their mated pair shares a single swamp that they both use as a killing field. They can live several hundred years or longer, and they cannot regularly feed. Capons that cannot regularly feed fall into a torpor, sleeping for years at a time in the muck of the river bottom before awakening with a driving hunger. Let me see. It's a wolf-shaped body, has no eyes and mouth of its own. Each appendage has a bloodshot eyeball looming with a tiny mouth, razor-sharp teeth. Let's see. The tentacles can detach, bring the creatures back to the main body. They do not have digestive organs on their own, so the tentacles are relying on the main body to refresh the nutrients. So they have to bring it back, even though they can eat and bite it, but they have to drag it back to the main thing. And if the parts go more than 100 feet away, they die. And if the stalks are destroyed, most cases, then the capian would be blind and cannot eat for 3 days while the appendages regrow. So they kind of would hide blind until 3 days when everything rebuilds. They're 14 feet long and they weigh 1,500 pounds. So you guys are going to have to find a way to bring them back. It's like moving 1,500 pounds is like a baby elephant. So, or a very large crocodile, 14-foot crocodile is about what it would be. Okay. So I guess that's all you find out about them.
Okay.
All right. So you're going to need some kind of something to move them because they are pretty good size. All right. So we're going to put them somewhere on the ship, which I don't know where yet, but their tank. Well, okay. Actually, this isn't going to be on the ship. I forgot. They went down to the planet, so I'm going to bring that up. But first thing you do is you come by the ship and you see a big hole in the side of the ship. It would have blown out probably here. So all this is blown out. And you guys pull your ship up alongside it. Okay, so you guys can you can either go through an airlock or you can go through the hole in the ship, whatever you want to do.
Before we investigate the ship, can we scan or search for survivors lost in space?
Yeah, you can.
Or
That's a great idea. Okay, so roll me, let's see, a sensor check off of the ship, off the murder brick. So you'd have to open the murder brick and roll a science officer. Yep. Computers. Or just roll computers check. It's fine too.
Sorry, I'm an old man. I can't see.
That's okay. The rest of you guys can roll perception checks as you guys can. With a 33, that's an excellent roll. You find, well, first thing you do is you scan the ship. That's the first thing you do when you come up. Let's see. So you pull up next to the Macomber and spacewalk to it. But when you scan it, you notice that large sections of the hull have been blown apart from the inside, which exposed all the interior to the vacuum of space and otherwise detect no signs of life. Let's see. You discern that the ship's engine suffered a catastrophic explosive failure. Most of it is damaged is on the engineering deck. So I guess this would not be there. It would be at the back. Okay, so it basically blew this whole section out back here. So, come on. What is wrong with this thing? Click. It's not letting me drag it. All right, there it goes. All right, so this whole section is blown out on both sides. So the whole rear of this section and part of one engines is blown out of the back. So it exposed the whole section to the atmosphere, and then it sucked throughout the ship. Let's see. A cargo hold contains a large glass container with 2 connected chambers. One has a large crack up one side and a bit of water floating in it, while soil and plants fill the other side like a terrarium. There's signs of combat. Well, let's see, you won't know that till you get in. All right, so that's what you know. Now, let's see. You're going to look for the other place. Okay, well, you notice that there may be something, but you're not getting clear signs of life anywhere yet. So, and definitely not anywhere close to where you guys are. So, it's on the edge of your thing. So you could either attempt to rescue, or you can go get what you're doing, because you don't know if there's anything yet. You just know that you've got like a beacon somewhere. So what do you want to do? You're going to rescue the people, or you want to rescue?
If they're out there, they might be on a limited time because their suits are gonna run out.
Cool. All right.
We should.
You
Try and
should
help.
assist.
So roll me piloting check and a computers check to see if you can narrow in on where they are. So piloting and computers.
Oh. Yeah.
Who's the pilot again?
I am. Sorry.
All right, it's 27.
I forgot.
That's
I
good.
forgot Screw Loose wasn't here.
Okay. Ales,
And-
let's see, who's the engineer?
That'd be Screw Loose, but he's not here.
Okay. Ales, what's your big point? What's your best whatever skill?
Intimidate, survival, athletics.
Roll me a survival check. Okay. With 16, you'll know that they have probably another 8 hours worth of air, if possible, if they did have their suits on, and it's not damaged. You also notice that based on the explosion, that the direction they would probably be gone in, so you're able to point them in a direction. So let's see, what's your odds of finding them? Okay, 89%. So after about 15 minutes of you guys searching in, doing your checks, you do find 2 people, and they're floating in their suits. They are unconscious, but they're still alive.
All right, great job, guys. Let's bring them aboard.
Okay.
Yeesh.
You bring them aboard, and they do have the Macober patches on their uniform, and they do look like they came from there. It looks like it's probably the science officer and a xenologist. But you do know that 3 other crew members, you had seen their bodies, but they're when you were going out and looking, but they're dead. They had cracked helmets or missing pieces, like the engineer was missing body parts.
Ooh.
because he was next to he was in engineering when it blew up. Everybody else got sucked through the ship to get out. So some of the people had enough time to grab or to at least activate their environmentals if they were in the front of the ship getting sucked out. Everybody in the back pretty much had no chance.
Unfortunate.
All right. Okay. So now you can they're going to be unconscious, I think, for another 4 or 5 hours, but you can stabilize them with a medicine check.
Anyone good with medicine?
Alrighty. I'm gonna treat deadly wounds then.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a 1 and that is not my still.
Well, luckily they're not too ridiculously injured. A lot of it's just that their lack of oxygen, so they'll just need time to recover. So you can put them in you could probably put them in a chemical coma if you wanted to, or you could just put them on oxygen and let them sleep it off.
Fair enough.
All right.
Where's that medicine?
Okay. With 17,
17.
solid. Yeah, you're fine. Okay. So it'll take them another 4 hours or so, but you can put them in your medical area, and Twitch can or no, what's his name? Was it Twitch? Yeah, Twitch can watch them.
Twitch.
Yeah, Twitch can watch them. All right. So now, if you guys want to take a look on the ship, you can roll me some perception checks and look for you can have one person look for the containment unit, and then you can find another one that can look for you can have somebody look in engineering to look at the engines, and computers to look for the logs.
Alright, I guess I'm going in.
Okay.
Can I use wait, so we have 3 things to search for?
Yeah. So there's probably 4. There's you gotta find the tank. Because you don't have any way to transport this thing without the tank, and you can look for you can look for the container. You can look for the shit. Let's just start at the beginning. All right. It's clear the engines were what caused the failure. So it says roll perception to start looking through the Macama. So everybody roll perception. Let's start with that. Okay.
6.
Okay. You see a big hole. Okay. Ragnar does get it, and it will take you it'll take you like a half hour to go through this thing. You do notice that there's a lot of damage with the doors kind of crumpled over and blocking the hole with the metal and stuff like that. So it takes you a little bit of time to move that. Okay, so you come in and you see the cargo hold contains a large glass container with the 2 connected chambers. One has a big crack run up the side, and some of the water is floating in it, and soil and plant is on the other side. So it's like a frog terrarium, if you want to think of it that way. You see there's combat scorched walls with laser blasts, and there's dry spatters of bloods in the cargo hold, and in the corridors between the engineering deck and the escape pods. And you see one escape pod is missing. Engineering, you can roll me an engineering check.
Would that be Freeblade?
Yeah, that's true. We'll have to wait for him to come back. Okay, so roll if engineering or computers, if any of you guys have got computers, you can start looking at that. If not, if you got life science, you can start looking at that. So engineering, computers, life science.
I got shit.
There you go. All right.
That's
So,
a net.
there we go. So that's exactly what you needed was a 21. So that's fun. So we'll start with that one. So with the life science, you can tell that it in the cargo hold can confine an amphibious creature, a single large creature, or multiple medium or smaller ones. With your computers, I think you're able. It'll just take you a while to get into it. They're not locked. You do recover the logs, and you recognize that this tank was meant to hold the Capian. If you have at least 2 ranks in engineering or life science and 100 UPBs, you can repair the tank in 2 hours. But you will have to find some way to refill it with water, and you'll have to transport it to your ship. Okay. You see a small locked cabinet in the corner. With your engineering check, you are able to crack it open, and you find 4 tier 2 sedatives. Okay, so that's going to be useful. And let's see, what else do we need? Let's just say he succeeded at it. You do examine the remnants of the destroyed engine. You discover the explosion occurred after its safety system sustained a damage. So they were transporting the Capian at Dreadnought's behest. The captain didn't have time to make the entries in between the escape and when it caused the destruction. But ship systems show that one of the escape pods automatically launched due to the hull breach. And you can trace the trajectory and it headed back toward a nearby planet, though it seems to have disappeared before it breached the atmosphere. Okay, interesting. All right. So you guys can pretty much that's pretty much all you'll get from that. You have to get back on your ship and fly to the space station. It takes several hours for you to reach the escape pod's last known location. When you arrive, you immediately spot a large, dilapidated space station in orbit around the swamp planet. All right, so let's see
Wait, yeah. I'm sorry. I had to fix my Discord. Did we the tank from the? Did we salvage it?
Yeah, you guys. Oh yeah, how are you going to do that? You have your equipment on your ship that you can use to move it. Since you guys are in space, it won't be a big deal, and there's no power to the grav lock, so you'll be able to disconnect it and bring it over. You will have to figure out a way to put water in it, and you can use the loaders and the other things that you guys have on your ship. You guys have that truck, and you have the power loader armor or whatever. You have some kind of forklift type thing that you use to move cargo. So you can use that to bring it in. But yeah, since you're in space, there's no weight, so you'll be able to get it on your ship. And then once you get it to your ship, you'll be able to move it on, or you can disable the gravity in that part of your thing. So it'll take you a couple hours because you do have to open the holes up big enough to, you'll have to move debris and stuff like that. So it'll take you a couple hours. So roll me a couple engineering and strength checks and see how long it takes.
Athletics.
Athletics and engineering. It'll be a combination because when it exploded out the back, all the metal and stuff flew back and wedged into some of the holes, and there's some other stuff got sucked around. You have to move tables and a whole bunch of stuff that wasn't, that moved around. Okay, with the 23, you're fine. So you get it on the ship. What's your plan for putting water in it? You need probably 300, 500 gallons, something like that, of water. Any water that would have been on the other ship would have frozen. So,
What do you think, Kodam? Does the murder brick have enough water supply?
I generally don't know. Again, this is a case of Pixel would know about stuff
Well,
about
he's
off
he
the
he,
network.
he did say he's going to be late, so he did contact me. He's going to be, but that's okay. So you do have swampland on the planet, but you guys are going to the space station first, so we can deal with that, I guess.
Well, ice is still water. Will it become water eventually? How
Yeah,
much ice is on the ship?
it would have been for some burst pipes, and you might even be able to get to the water tank. So you'd have to get creative with that, but it is possible. Yeah. I mean, you
I
can.
don't know, Kodama. I'm not very creative. What do you think? Say we take the power loader and just try to take the whole damn water tank.
That sounds like an idea.
Okay.
All right, can we try that?
Okay. Yep. Go ahead and you guys can do that. Let's see. Um, the water that's in the tank is frozen, but when you take it back to your place, it'll start to defrost. You'll be able to use it within, a few hours. It'll melt. It'll start to melt, and then you can heat the room back up. So I think that between the combination of some of that, it just takes a little bit of time. So I think you're okay. Let's see. So when you go to the space station, it takes you a few hours to get there. Cursory scans reveal that the structure is 200 plus years old and it's an unfamiliar design. A section of the station has limited power that has some kind of still functioning hybrid reactor. The escape pod has docked at an airlock in this section, so you can roll computer checks.
Fourteen.
Not enough. Nope. Okay, Free Blade, you're back.
Welcome back.
So roll me a computer check because they just failed the computer checks.
Oh, really? Yikes.
Oh, and that one. Okay. So yeah, you know nothing.
Computers wasn't having it.
Okay. Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
This OS is so ancient.
It is. It's a 200-year-old space station that's floating around here. But it does have a hybrid reactor. Maybe once you guys get into the space station, you'll be able to run another check or see what you can do. Do you guys have any other kind of scanner that you could run? You could run the ship scanner. You could try rolling it through the ship. Science officers check.
Would that be Talendar?
I would. It
Whoever's
would.
whoever's assigned to the ship. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. What was the role?
It's science officer. So you need
Just a science officer.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm guessing no computer. I'm just gonna do that. 21.
all right. Somebody want to roll one, see if you can get above a 10 to help him.
Sure. What do we try?
Just roll computers to see if you can get above a 10. You're like 1 point away from getting it.
Hey,
There
20.
you go. Right at it. Woo. Okay. All right. So let's see. So what you find is that with the 22, you can detect several signs of life aboard the space station. Most remain stationary, though a dozen moving life forms appeared clustered together.
Hmm.
Okay, so you can dock your vessel at an adjacent airlock, no trouble at all, because it does have power. You pass through the airlock, you smell of sulfurous flora, and nearly unbearable humidity overwhelms your senses. Vines grow along the walls and ceiling, apparently nourished by UV lighting, and half of an inch of fetid water covers the floor. If you follow this, you'll find the source, an overgrown hydroponics bay that resembles a bog. So, I really don't have a good map for this. Let me see. Because they didn't give us a map. Let me see if I've got something we can use instead. All right, let's use this one. Okay, let me move you guys to this one. We'll just use this one. It is a... All right, so let me get rid of all the other things on the screen first. Okay, so we're just going to treat this as an overgrown bog in here. When you come in, roll me a perception check, and you see this guy in the corner. Let's just say he's laying on a rock. He's happy and quiet right now. Okay, with that one, you get a nat 1. So I think you made enough noise that he now turned to see you. Or you did not notice him yet. Could be one or the other. Let's say you don't notice him yet. All right, but Regnart knows. You can see. You got 25. You're good. Kodum has no clue. Just is all tied up in the grass and the leaves and everything else.
All right, I'll point them out. Could
Okay.
you resize my token? Oh, thank you.
Okay.
So those sedatives you found, Kodam, how do we use those?
Let's see. You got 4 tier 2 sedatives, as well as the sedatives that you guys made on that Talander made on the ship. So sedative. Let's see. So it's a tier 2. Starfinder. Okay, so then with the tier 2, it's a medicinal item. Tier 2 does 2d4 non-lethal damage when suffering from motion or fear effect. That allows a saving throw. It can be used or injected. That permits you to immediately attempt a new saving throw with the bonus. It says that they're popular bounty hunters to help capture their quarries alive. If you take or injected with a sedative, you take non-lethal damage. Okay, so you will take damage. So this is going to be interesting. Okay, right now you do see that it is injured. It is normally 90 hit points. It's down to 80. It looks like it has cut itself. It's bleeding a little bit. And this is where it's going to get interesting. Okay, so the Capian detached one set of its appendages to scour the bog for nutrients. This, with your natural 1, you did not notice that there's an appendage behind you. Let's see, who was it? It was this one. So there's an appendage here behind you that you do not see. Kodum. Okay. So let me see, what else does it say? If you kill him, you know that you won't get money. If you hurt him,
You
you
get reduced money.
if you subdue him, you can you could grapple him or whatever, and then try to get a hold of him and get him back to your repaired tank. He is 1,500 pounds, so you got to get him through the space station too. So you'll have to do that work. So you need enough non-lethal damage to subdue it. The good thing about is the sedatives. If you use the sedatives to deal the non-lethal damage, you'll be able to. They can heal right back after a couple hours, so you don't have to do any extra work. They just sleep it off, and they'll get it all back. So that's your point. Now you get 2d4 damage for each one of those, and then because you were making some, how many did? I'll say that you've got a few extra. You probably have another 4, so you have 8 to use. Now, do you have a way to administer these besides with the needle? Do you have a gun that can shoot the tranquilizers?
I do not.
Okay.
Yeah, no injection pistol.
Okay, so
For me, at least.
you'll have to. I would say that you would have to kill the arms and probably either grapple or get up and melee attack range to stab them. Are you going to hand out the? What's your technique on how you're going to capture this guy?
Do unarmed attacks count as non-lethal?
Yes.
Yep.
Don't we specialize in non-lethal? I mean, unarmed attack. Some of us.
No.
I know I
I
do.
did.
Yeah, I think at least 3 of us last time. 2 of us do. Want to just beat the shit out of it?
Punchy, punchy, punch.
You think it's gonna be that easy?
Well,
No.
it's what I'm best at. Kodan, he looks pretty good at it, right?
I can throw a very mean punch.
I believe it. And then we got the sedatives too, from Talendar. You want to be in charge of those?
Sure. I don't mind. All right.
I think that's the best plan I can come up with. How about you guys? Anything else?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. Bap it in the face. Bap it in the face.
Okay. All right. Let's get it.
Okay.
So we don't see that limb behind him.
No, you don't. So the first thing that's going to happen is that thing is going to try to bite him on the back of the ankle.
Just make sure we can kill the tentacles, right?
You can.
Okay.
And there
Sure,
are
sure.
multiple tentacles. That's the only one that you know about right now. The weird thing is that wherever it is,
That would meet my KAC.
it meets it. Okay, so you take the damage. So it bites you on the ankle. So the thing about these things are they can separate and be in groups in order to attack 2 creatures. That's the most that they can. I guess maybe it's just his limitations, the most he can do. But they are his eyes and mouth, and they would do damage, and they would try to drag you back to him. This one just bit you, so he hasn't tried anything else, and it uses his turn when they do it. So if he has 2 sets, they could do 2 attacks, or they could do 1 attack and he could do 1 attack. Is the way it kind of works, because theirs is a swift action. But if they move, they have to move to where they're going to attack. So it's kind of weird. But there's a bunch of really messed up rules with it, but we'll figure it out as we go. All right, so let's do turn order. Let's roll for initiative, and that would be the surprise attack. What that one was.
Oh, it critted.
All right, so all of the Capians will move on the same turn. Okay. All right. So let's see what we've got. Click my thing though. All right, let's try again. Initiative.
You know, it reminds me of a Displacer Beast.
Why is that not? Oh, I'm on the. Oh crap! All right, got to. There we go. Let's try again. All right, there we go. Okay, who is not rolled yet?
Me.
Okay. Click and roll. Okay. All right, so we've got the order now. It looks like everybody's in order. Okay, Talendar, you are up first.
Early. So we see this tentacle, right?
You do now after he screamed after it bit him on the ankle. Yeah.
Fantastic. I mean, it's not fantastic, but you know. Oh, where's my? God damn it! Hold on. Okay, there's my boy.
Okay.
Um,
And we'll say that this stuff here is a little bit higher. Just kind of like that would be like a rock, and this is kind of just like, well, let's say this is mushy swamp. So you would move slow in that, and this is kind of like
High
some
ground.
rock and it's high ground, yeah. And then this is some shrubs, so there could be some cover here. He's not on. He is on like a log-like thing, so he's only at 3 feet off the ground. He's not crazy high.
gotcha.
All right. Okay.
I'm going to supercharge your armor.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Mhm.
So you have 12 temporary hit points.
Okay, did you get that
And
Kodum?
you're
Kodum, did you hear him? Else?
I want temporary hit points.
Okay, you just got 12 temporary hit points.
there you go. And then I'm going to sacrifice the rest of my actions to my gremlin dude.
Okay.
And I need to roll. Next turn, he'll get his jolt ability, but he's going to come over and bite the fuck out of that tentacle.
Okay.
That's a crit. That's a 12 damage.
Nice. Okay, let me see here. Let me just put this out here so you can see what it is. Okay, it's let me see, hit points. The armor class, the number of hit points is, must have been ran by it. Each group has aquatic sun tribe. They have 18 hit points and a base speed of 20 and swim.
Hello.
15. Hey,
Gaming's
there
here.
you are. Yay. All right. We are fighting a creature that's amphibious and he has detachable. Let me show you bigger so you can see.
Us?
He has detachable appendages up here that have little eyes and teeth on them, and they can go out and crawl, and he can see through them. He can see where they are. It's 14 foot long, and it's 1,500 pounds, and you guys are having to rescue it for this crazed this crazed collector. And
So whip out the tasers.
yeah, but you got to be
Yep.
careful because if you damage them, you lose money. The more
Yeah.
it's damaged, the more money you lose. So you have
So
different ways to get him. All right.
yeah, non-lethal is the way to go.
All right.
All right. Now with these this is one set of tentacles, one group of them, and they just bit Kodum. And
All right.
but it just took 12 points of damage, so it's only got 6 hit points left. Now you can knock them out. I mean, you can kill those things because he'll regrow those in 3 days. So, all right.
I hear a cat.
Okay, so let me put you in order. Okay,
think
so it is
it's
Keeger. It's your
Keegar.
turn.
Okay.
He's
It's
on.
currently Talender's turn.
No, it's
No,
your turn
it's your
now.
turn now.
He just went.
Yep.
So your turn.
Uh,
And he's like on a log in the middle. You're in a swamp area. The brown stuff with the rocks is swampy. This is raised up like 10 feet or something. And he has reach. He's a large creature. So
okay, moving up there and
oh crap! Nice. Okay, so he's definitely tricked.
I hope it's non-lethal.
nope. This is Fist.
So it's not non-lethal.
Oh wait, no, it is lethal.
Well, wait.
Yes.
Can't you change it? Isn't that your option that you can change it to archaic?
Yeah, I can change it to non-lethal, but I get a minus to the attack.
Well, you rolled a
I
crit.
think it's minus
so
4.
you rolled a crit, so it's not like it's a matter in this case.
No, I meant my unarmed strikes.
Oh, you're on. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. Let me
Yeah,
see.
but I'm pretty sure that hits because
His
we don't.
is only a 20.
He's flat-footed, so it's actually a minus 2, so
Yeah,
23.
Yeah.
23. Yeah, you're fine. Even he's a 20, so he would be an 18 with the thing. So you're fine. You hit him, and you can declare it non-lethal. That's fine. Okay, you will take 31 points of damage. So he is now down. Let's see. So he's already 10 down. So now we're gonna make him 31.
By the way, you're streaming this? Did you make sure the audio is working this time?
We did. I fixed it.
Yes.
We tested it. So
Okay, good.
I have not checked to see if anybody's chatting, but we do. Yeah, no chats. But yeah, okay. Okay. Okay, so then Ragnar, you're next.
All right. I'm gonna move here, and then here,
Okay.
and So does flat-footed stack with flanking?
Yes.
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 Okay.
So now it's down to
then
16. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with unarmed strike, aiming for non-lethal.
Okay. Now you guys have, if you're in the range, you can say that you're going to use the sedatives, and you get 2d4 for those. But since you guys have, you can just beat it to death. That's since it's not lethal if you classify as
not gonna-
lethal.
I mean,
Yeah.
It's not gonna. We're not aiming to kill it.
All right. Okay. So now he's down to 34. So there you go.
All right. That's my turn.
Okay. All right. It
Not
is-
too much external damage, more like internal damage.
All right. So you're going to notice, let's see, I think you're going to have, these guys are going to come out the swamp. They were hiding in the swamp. So this first move will come up and bite you on the bottom. Let me see, what's his roll? Capon. Okay, so he's going to bite Ragnart, and then the other one is going to bite Kodum. So
19 will not hit.
19 will not hit you, but a 28 should take care of Ragnar, right?
Yeah, that'll
KC.
hit.
22 points of damage. Okay. Kodum, your turn. If you do not kill him, he will take an attack of opportunity.
All right, that little thing behind me.
Yeah, he only has 6 points left. If you want to just kill him, you can use lethal damage on them.
Fucking bip bop bibbity bow.
Okay, that will take him out. So he's gone. Okay.
Here.
Okay. All right. What do you want to do then?
I've already attacked, so.
Oh,
it's my
22.
turn.
Yeah, okay. All right. It is Talender's turn.
Alrighty. I'm just going to come over here and inject it with sedatives. Which sedative was I using? Tier 2?
Yeah, tier 2, so it's 2d4. Or no,
Okay.
not
so,
what did I say? 2d4. Yeah, sorry.
yeah. Alright, so I'm just gonna hit them. That is a 16. And then it's 2d4. So that's a 6 non-lethal. If the 16 hits.
16 will hit him, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's 6 non-lethal.
All right, sounds good. Okay. Oh, what? That's noisy. So the next one is Keeger. Your turn.
Mm-hmm. All right, 26.
Yeah. No. Let me think. Yeah, 26 will keep him flat-footed. Yep.
Aw.
All right. So 15 points. Okay. He is hurt. He's down 13 points. Now, does anybody want to try to grapple this guy and just hit him, fill him up with sedatives, or you guys just want to beat him up?
I'll try doing a grapple.
Okay. Okay. So his CMD is 28. It is Ragnar's turn though first.
All right, I'm gonna go for lethal on the tentacle next to me
Okay.
and full attack.
Let's see. He has 18 hit points. All right. Wow, that will take care of it. That tentacle is dead. All right.
I pick it up and rip it in half.
Okay.
Toss it aside.
All right, nice. Okay. All right, now it's his turn. I think what he's going to try to do, let's see, what can he do? He can either pop some more appendages off. It's probably what he would do. Yeah, because he's pretty much messed up. So he's going to pop 2 sets of appendages off. He's going to pop one here, and one here. Okay, so he's going to try to do a bite. So the first bite is going to Talander, the second one to Keeger. 19 and a
Nice.
27. Okay, so 19 misses. 27, does that hit you, Keeger?
Hold on. I got to
Okay.
reset my health.
Okay. All right. So that's
Yeah, a 27 would hit.
okay. 21 points of damage. All right. Kodum, now you can do your grapple list while he's distracted.
And that would be a strength roll or attack roll.
A melee attack roll. And then you would get, and you got to get a 28. Is that what it said? Yeah, 28. Actually, I guess no, he's still flat-footed, so you're 26.
Fails anyway.
Oh wait, you know what? No, it would be a 24 because you were flanking, right? Because you can't run.
Succeeds.
So it succeeds. Yeah. All right. So you grapple him. Now you can do your you can hold him, you can keep him held down. Okay, so then that will be, do you want, you can stab him with the thing. Roll 2d4.
2d4. 3.
Hello?
Hang on, sorry. I got a ping. Okay, the 3 points. Okay, so he's down to 3. He's down to 10 points left. Okay. All right, Talander, your turn. He's got 10 points left.
You know what? Just gonna bop him. Fuck it. Bap.
Bap, 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 bap.
That's a 13.
Not enough.
No, 13 damage, 17 to hit.
Oh, 17 to hit.
Yeah.
Plus 4.
20, 18,
4.
16. Okay. Yep, that would hit it. That would do it. So, what is BAPS?
Fists, non-lethal.
I got you. BAPS, that's cute. All right, that's enough to knock him out. Okay, nice. You've knocked him out. Now, tell me how you're going to move this 1,500-pound dude back to the ship. You do have gravity.
Everybody get a leg.
Are the tentacles still awake, or they go out with him?
I
That's
think they go out with him.
That's a good point. Let me see here.
Unless each of the tentacles are like sentient creatures themselves, I would say they go out with them.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yes, because he can't control them anymore. Because he was he was able to control them and see it. If it doesn't say, it does say that they, other than the ability to swim, a group of appanages cannot attack under this ability. Okay. It grows new appendages. All right. I'm going to say that they're unconscious. Now, if they are more than 100 feet away from him, they'll die. So you can just, they're kind of laying there unconscious right now. So once you move him 100 feet, they'll die instantly. So you just have to move them 100 feet away. You could take them, pick them up, and move them 100 feet away in one direction if somebody wants to run away with them. And that would kill them as well. Okay.
Oh, wait. No, that's right. We got those suitcases, right?
Yeah, you have those suitcase lifters, and you have, you guys, I think, picked up a armor. I mean, not armor, but
Load lifter.
Load lifter. So you can carry
Yeah.
him with that as well, and you could take him. So,
Yeah.
And you,
all right,
and
cool.
you get proficiency with power armor.
All right, so you go back.
Pull out the suitcase and just like put them on there.
Okay, so you guys pop those on, and then you start to move him back. The
We'll collect the extra tentacles too.
okay, you're going to take him and give him back to him, or are you going to?
Yeah, we're gonna put them in, give them, making sushi.
No, we need to fucking sell them. What?
Oh,
Yeah, we'll give them back them.
Yeah, I mean, if you put him
Yeah.
in the tank, they'll reattach when he wakes up. So that's fine. Okay, so you drag him back to the ship. The tank. Roll me another computer check to make sure that not computer check, engineering check to make sure the tank has been repaired enough to.
Can't
16.
can't I just cast make whole to just repair it instantly?
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, that'll work. All right, so you cast that, and you are able to fix it. Now you still have to get 500 gallons of water, man. What are you guys going to do about that?
Didn't we collect the water tank from the ship?
You did. That's right. You collected the remaining water tank of the other ship. Okay, that'll work. Okay. All right, so you have the water, it's melting in there. You probably need to do some medicine checks on him because you did hit him with fist instead of sedation, so he's probably got some bruising and some, possible other damage from where you guys beat the crap out of him. So you probably want to do
Medicine.
well, you have the spell to do cure deadly wounds or something too,
No.
or something. All right.
There you go, 29.
There you go. With the medicine check 29, you guys can. Do you have a med pack?
Don't we have a medical lab?
I think you
Somewhere.
do. Yeah, you do. You have a lab, so you can
Yeah.
you can heal him. Roll me a life science check because it's a weird creature. You got to make sure you're doing it right.
Yeah, someone else can do that one.
31.
31.
Perfect. That's perfect. You guys heal him. He'll be good in a couple of days. He'll regrow anything he's lost in 3 days. It'll probably take you that long to return him. So you guys figure you're probably okay. All right.
I have one more thing. So this thing it eats a lot, and it was probably starving when we found it.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if we want it to deliver in good condition, maybe we should collect some extra food we can get.
Okay. He
I
likes raw
Yeah.
meat.
was about to ask, is there any spare raw meat at the ship? The
Yes.
other ship? The abandoned one?
Oh yeah, yeah. They probably would have been. It would have been frozen. Yeah. So
Perfect.
if you want, you can probably go get all that meat. It'll probably get you through 3 days, or you can sedate him more.
Which would slow down his metabolism, so he would eat less.
Right. These guys are 200 years old, and if they get to a point where they're can't have any food, they go in a dormant state and kind of bury themselves in the mud for years, kind of like
but I
the
don't want.
shrimps.
And then
Yeah,
we
but
only
I don't
have to
wanna-
feed him right before we deliver him, so that he's in better condition.
That's a good idea.
Plus, I don't want to keep wasting. Well, I don't want to keep wasting sedatives on him.
Okay.
Okay.
That's the thing.
I think if you feed him and keep him happy, just
Yeah.
remember that he eats a crap ton of food. So, but
You know.
hopefully they had most of that meat is still good since it would have instantly froze. So it should be fine.
Yeah.
Um,
We're paying for sedatives out of pocket besides before we
Okay, that sounds good. All right, so you guys
So,
getting
yeah,
back on the
meat.
ship. So let's go back to the ship here. There's our meat locker ship. This one? Yeah.
No.
No, that's not it. That's the other one.
Mm-mm.
Hold on. That's the wrong
Mhm.
ship.
It's one that looks like a brick.
Yeah, it's the murder brick. This one. Yeah, here we go. All right, so we're in the murder brick. So you guys are back. Let's say that you've got him in one of these containers. Let's just call it this one here. Let's go. This is the aquarium. So you got him in there. All right. Let's see. I think that Twitch is probably going to be looking at him and tapping on the glass, making him annoyed. Hey, look, Uncle Screwloose. look, he follows my hand and then he opens up these tentacles and these eyeballs like he wants to play.
He probably likes you.
Yeah, he wants to eat him. All right.
Gonna shake the creature out, make sure it's doing fine.
Okay. All right. So you guys are finally got him back there, and you're getting things settled in, and all of a sudden you hear on the comms, you hear that you're getting hailed by another ship.
Okay. Put him on screen.
On screen pops up Captain, and he is. Does it say his name? It does not. Okay. All right. So this is Captain Williams. We're from a conservation group that believes that Rock Dreadnought's private zoo is a cruel practice. Is a cruel practice.
What?
Let's see. Hold on. It says. Okay, a rival crew shows up asking for a temporary truce. The captain reveals that a conservation group who believes that Rod Dreadnought's private zoo is a cruel practice hired them to prevent the merchants from acquiring more creatures. They said, "Look, dude, we were paid to come out here and try to save this thing. I tell you what, we'll give you 2,000 credits. All the money that we were paid to rescue them. I know this isn't as much as the other guy's probably giving you 10 grand, but we don't want to see him end up in a zoo because. So what do you think?
Oh, sorry. I'm getting that Discord error where your voice cuts out.
Oh, hang on.
Yeah.
Oh, I get that. I'm kidding. Analog.
So what I got from this is they'll
Mine
give us
does that after about an hour and a half into this for some reason. I don't know. It's like a cache that fills up. All right, I reset it now. Is it clear?
Yeah.
It's better.
All right, let me check. Let me make an adjustment.
So either we hand it over to onto these conservationists and get a fifth of what we would earn from the other guy, or just bring it to the other guy.
All right, is that better?
Yeah, so far.
All right, we'll go with that then. Okay, so you can, or you can negotiate with him. I mean, whatever you guys want to do.
This is just my gut talking. But $2,000 for this dangerous creature. I mean, 2,000 credits for this dangerous creature. I think they're holding.
Yeah.
I don't know. The other guy promised 10,000 for it alive.
Yeah, they want to.
10,000
Plus
for it
hazard
alive.
pay.
Well,
Hmm.
we're
I wanna lie to them.
we're from Lavender
Wait.
Lavender Peace is the guys that hired us, and we want it, and they want us to, we're trying to save this thing and get it back to a natural habitat or something. Now, all right. So what are you gonna roll? Sense
motive.
Okay. Okay, with the 32, you do notice that he honestly was hired by this crew to by a conservationist, Now you do know from your life science earlier that Tallender did is that these creatures are apex predators and they wiped out like they made other animals extinct. So think of them as the Frankenfish that walks on land and just wipes out all of lakes. I mean, this is a dangerous thing. It's pretty nasty. Anyway, so if you want to negotiate, you can see if he's got anything else to offer. He might. If you don't, you can.
It's either like, A, he
Right.
goes to a zoo and possibly kills everything else in the zoo, or goes with them and is likely put in an environment where it won't have a bunch of stuff to kill, but it's still going to kill stuff.
Well, in the zoo, he would probably be kept in a container and separate at this guy's because he wants to treat him as a trophy. If you go with the conservationist, yeah, in theory, who knows where they end up? If they just go put him on that swamp planet, anything else down there is probably gone. So,
And we're gonna get paid.
I'd say
What, 10
bring it up.
Fine.
10.
I'd
Yeah.
say bring it up to them that this thing's going to literally kill anything else it's put nearby. Where would they plan to put it?
He says,
Yeah.
I don't know. He says, so we were told just to bring it back, and I can give you my backup generator and a brown force field armor upgrade. That's about all I've got left, plus the 2,000 credits.
Not worth it.
Okay.
Oh,
Could you
wait.
stomach the fact that this thing
Wait,
goes
wait,
into
wait,
place
wait,
and wiping
wait.
out an
Hold up.
ecosystem?
Did they have any weapons on their ship?
Oh yeah, they're a mercenaries group. They were hired by conservationists. They're straight up mercenaries. They're a rival gang of you. I mean, they're a rival guys like you guys. They're armed about like the way you are.
2000. Yeah.
We can literally buy better weapons with 10,000 credits than whatever the hell they're offering.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
They could be well equipped.
If they were well equipped, they would have killed us and just taken the creature.
Yeah, they would have boarded us already.
Yeah.
They didn't pay us enough to fight. They just paid us to come and get the creature. We didn't expect you guys to be here. We hoped we were going to beat you here, but we didn't. And that's the way it is. You know, if you don't want the money, that's all I can do. That's all I got. I can give it to you.
Wait,
There's
hold
no
on.
repercussions if we deny them.
I gotta get a good plan for this calendar.
What?
Start the interference. Just cause a staticky like interference.
Yeah, no.
kind of
I'm
thing.
just gonna cause a white noise over comms.
Okay.
What?
The computers.
You
19.
out? Good. Move
All right. And he's like,
left.
okay. He's like, I got it. You know, he can see things are fine. He's like, it's fine. You know, we can just tell him we didn't get here in time. Says it probably, you know, if I was in your shoes, I don't know. I probably would be doing the same thing because this guy Dregnall, I don't think I'd want to be on his bad side. So you guys are probably making the right decision. We'll just say that we'll just say we didn't catch up to you and we'll let it go. But be careful with that thing. That thing's nasty. All right.
We
We're
have
on
you
the
bites
advantage.
the show.
Yep, bye. Whoosh.
So Captain just shakes his head and says, all right, whatever. We tried. And he says, good luck with that. Says, maybe.
Next time. Better luck next time, Captain Williams.
Okay. All right. So you guys get back in the ship. It's going to take you 11 days. So in 11 days, you're going to run out of food for this animal in so you got enough for 5 days for this thing. So you guys can decide what you're going to do. Before you leave, you can make the choice. Let's see. You can go to the planet below and try to get some more food for this animal. So you know that that when you plotted your course, you know it's going to take 11 days, and you know you only have 5 days worth of food with this thing.
Hmm.
Be a good idea to get some more,
B-
because otherwise it might try and break out.
I agree, but before we leave the ship, could I ask the survivors how they're doing?
Yeah, they should be about awake by now. Yeah.
All
So
right. Go ahead.
okay, so then one of them is a Lashunta doctor, and the other one is the science officer, and it is a what's the big lizard people?
A vest?
Vesk. So you got a Vesk science officer, and you've got a Lashunta xenobiologist,
Mm-hmm.
and they're a little groggy, but they're coming out of their thing. So she's got this really long Lashunta name, but we'll call her Dr. V. And the Vesk is science officer X. So X and V. We're going to keep them simple. You won't be able to pronounce their names, and we'll just let it go. So Dr. V wakes up and she's like, "Where am I? What's going on? We thought we
You
were
are
dead."
currently on my ship, as I'm currently chopping up raw meat for this creature.
Well, from the raw meat, it looks like that you've rescued our Capon, I guess.
We captured our Capon and recovered two of you, but I'm afraid that's all. You are the only two survivors we were able to find.
Yeah, we figured as much. We were in the helm when the explosion happened and everything got pulled out of the ship. And X is like, "Oh, I know the engineer. We floated past the pieces of his body out in space. We thought for sure we were goners. Thank you for rescuing us."
I'm
There's
very
I say you're welcome and best.
You two have my condolences. We're about to pull away from your ship. Is there anything you want us to grab for you?
yeah, it's not. I don't know how much is still left in the ship. I would like to get some of my lab information on it, and then also the vest says, "Oh, I'd like to get some of my weapons if I can get them back. They were probably in my room. They should be okay. They were locked in a cabinet, so hopefully they're still there if we have time."
I don't mind going for another spacewalk.
All right.
Can someone handle that data?
Yeah, so you guys figure that out, and then you were able to get some of that, and you're able to get some personal belongings and stuff out of some of the
Hello?
crews.
Oh. Yeah.
All right, so you're able to get everything, personal logs and personal items and stuff like that. And she's like, "Yeah, it was just hard to make sure the Capon stayed healthy. I hope you guys got a lot of food. The thing just eats like everything."
We got about 5 days worth of food. Wait, you said anything?
Eats raw meat or something living.
Joke's on you, meatbags. I get to live.
It'll eat carnivores. It's all carnivore. Yeah, and it eats about half his body weight every day. So, 750 pounds a day of raw meat.
Dr. B, was it?
Yes.
If we're about to head down to the planet nearby, do you think you could help us find?
Another 6 days of rations for that beast.
Yeah.
I think so. I think it's a swamp planet, so it would have been its natural food source would have been down there. We'll have to do some hunting. But I would probably suggest we get another tank or make some kind of container, and then we could freeze the meat, I guess. But I would probably say if you got some kind of electroshock weaponry, or we can build something, we could probably shock the swamp and then go in and just pick up a whole bunch of animals and bring them back. It's probably the quickest, easiest way to do it.
That won't be a problem. Calendar can taste the lake himself.
Mm.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, so we'll go after. Says that they like all kinds of pretty much anything that moves. We can use as food. So you guys can go down there and collect all these animals, and do some hunting, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
So it'll take you probably a day to get that much food, because that's 4,500 pounds of food, so something like that at least.
That's a whole lot of fish, frogs, and snakes. And deer. Actually, no, that's probably like 1.5 deer.
Yep.
All right, so then you guys can do that, and then you can make your way to Rock Dregnos, private asteroid in near space. During this time, you're healing it. Let's see. So we need to figure out what the total hit points are left on this guy is. So you guys got him down to 0. You've done some medicine checks. You had 11 days.
Prepared food with inserted medicine into it.
I think you're okay. I'm gonna say you're fully healed with this guy, because you were pretty smart with him, and you did go get enough food. Yeah, I'm gonna say that you're good. Okay, so you comes back, and the Capon is pretty strong and healthy. The doc's been helping you out and has been helping with the medicine and everything else. So Dreadnought says, "Wow, I think you guys are pretty impressive to get it back in. He's healthier than I would have expected. He looks like a premium specimen. And you've rescued 2 of the crew." Oh, okay. So I was going to give you 10,000, and I was going to, reduce that, but this guy's in much better health than I thought. So instead, I'm going to give you $15,000. I'm going to give you an extra 1,000 for this, and I'm going to give you an extra 2,000 for each of the people you rescued. So I'll give you 15,000 credits.
15,000. That's amazing.
And
I told you it was a lot of money.
And if I got any other jobs, I think I'm gonna send you guys on them, because you've done the best of any crew I've had.
Much appreciated, sir.
4.
All right.
3.
You be
So-
careful with that thing. It's pretty dangerous.
So then let's see.
7.
We may not have enough time to finish this one, but we'll try a little bit of it. We'll see. This one's not too bad. All right, we got like 15 minutes. We'll play another 15 minutes. Okay, so you get back to your ship, and you get a call from Tarika, and she says, because you're going on your way to Absalon Station. So she says Absalon Station has an electrovore problem right now. But there's been a sudden rise in occurrences thanks to the schemes of the local space goblin con artist Zoot Garg. The trickster trained a nest of so-called conduit rats to attack those passing through his territory, a stretch of isolated corridors between several docking bays and engineering workshops. Then he tries to sell the victims his proven anti-electrical spray, which has just been aerosol cans of engine grease with his face painted all over the label. Zugarg made a few credits with his screams. Most locals have figured out that they can circumvent the hallways. He's become desperate for more cash, and when you arrive at the station, he made a mistake of launching an assault on you guys as you transfer equipment for a new ally. So you arrive at Absalon Station for your starship repairs and upgrades, but before you dock, you get in touch with Mevista Pa Renier, a Kathoth mechanic who used to work for a large corporation. She used to work with you guys on
Nice.
as part of Edge Corp.
Oh,
The
no.
otter person.
Yeah. Well, no, not that one. This is the mechanic that you're meeting on the thing. Let me show you a picture of her.
Oh no.
She is she's a Kasatha mechanic. So let me see. So you, before you get a chance to dock, you run into her. I mean, she's hailing you, whatever. So let me show you what she looks like. So she's on the screen, and she is quite tall. Okay. All right. So her name is Mevisapa Rajan, and she says, "Welcome, former co-workers." She says, "You know what? I've got a new workshop here. Why don't you guys come here and land, and I'll see if I can work on your ship, you know, as a favor for some things that you've done for us in the past." So she gives you her codes that you can land at her dock on Absalon Station.
All right.
So she says this will make it easy for you guys to do your ship repairs. You won't have to go through all the rigmarole of doing through the commercial, and also let you guys keep a low profile from Edge Corp. So she says, so she comes in and she's awful. You know, you guys land on her station and her workshop, and you let's see. So she greets you guys curtly. "Oh, what's up, fuckers?" And she says, I don't know why. Let's see. She says, well, what do you say to her? She's kind of just gruff and short with you guys. She used to be really friendly with you.
So you know anything about those rats?
Oh, fucking goblin. Yeah, and he's setting up a scam, and you know, these things are eating through the electronics. They're giving all kinds of pain in the ass in my day-to-day work. She says, I expected a delivery of equipment from the other side of the station, but the supplier said they're not going to transport it. Says,
Because of the rats.
yeah, you know, I'm just too busy to go get them. She says, you know what? I'll give you 4,000 credits that you can either use for me working on your ship or whatever, or you can get it in cash if you just go get that equipment for me.
Just a small fly around? All right.
Well, you're gonna have to go through. You're gonna have to go through the corridors to get it. You're gonna have to use your equipment to go get it, and I'll leave the ship, and I'll keep working on your ship here. says you can
Alright.
use your cargo lifter or powered suit armor, but you know, I've got another cargo lifter here if you want to use it as well, as long as you bring it back in perfect condition. But I'm sure you guys have one on your ship.
Yep.
So
Can't exactly use it though, because none of us have power armor training. Unless
No, I think she's talking about the truck.
well, you guys have the truck, and you have those floating suitcase things. You carry them in a suitcase, and they open up to a 3-meter circle, and they can lift things on their hover, so you can put things on them and just kind of push it. So
Yeah.
you have those, and she, you'll be able to get it with that. So she gives you the address of the supplier. It's a big hulking android named Platform 2, and so you guys you go to there. You start moving on down the road to that. Let me see here. So we've got a let's see, a corridor. Whoops. Move it down to the right one here. Corridors. Okay. So when you pick up the stuff from, let's see, so you would be coming in on the left side over here with your equipment. The Android Platform 2 meets you when you arrive. There is your equipment, 5 crates of heavy equipment, each weighing 5 bulk. So you can roll an engineering check.
Sure.
Yeah, roll me some engineerings.
alrighty.
All right. So with 21, you notice that the machinery within the crates is very rare, and replacing the equipment would present more than a trivial matter. So you're going to you got to be really careful with this stuff. Okay.
Right.
It's going to cost a shitload. That's why she's willing to pay you $4,000 to pick it up, because it's probably worth closer to 75 to 80,000 credits.
I hope someone brought the extra straps.
By the way, I think we can use powered armor, but it would have certain
Certain negatives.
yeah
Penalties, yeah.
We can use it though.
Unless that's
Why are
heavy
there
armor.
6 pedals if there's only 4 directions?
All right. Okay, so you've got 5 crates to move, and they're each 5 bulk, so that's 500 pounds each. Okay, so you got to move 2,500 pounds of stuff. All right. Okay. Let's see. You poke around the computers check. Roll me a computers check.
Gotcha.
Okay, so with this, you find out that that this Electrovore menace aboard the station has gotten worse over the past few months. It doesn't really specify locations, but a dismissive reply in the chat says, "Most conduit rats turn tail once you give them a hard smack on the snout." And it says the original poster notes these didn't. As you move the equipment to her workshop, you pass through Zugard's corridor. You will need to escort them through the gauntlet of Electrovores to make your delivery. You can either have stuff strapped to the back, or you're floating on your carts, just so your hands will stay free. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so put the rest of you guys out here on the map. On the left side of the map, we've got Keeger and Regnart. So Kodum and Talander, drop them on.
Hold on.
Okay. So let's see. So we've got 5 circles. So we'll say
Where's my
here.
boy? There he is.
Whoops. Undo. Click that one. Get rid of that one. So let's see. We have copy, paste. Okay. So you got 5 circles. So I'll say, has anybody got strength to carry 5 could carry 5 bulk?
I can carry 5, but 1. Yeah.
Okay. So we'll say that you have one of those strapped to your back, and then each of you are pushing one.
Yeah. I mean, I have 18 strength. Modifier 4, so.
Well, it depends on what kind of gear you already have, but that'll
Oh,
be
that's true.
that'll be what we're counting. We'll count him as one person's carrying it, and then the rest of it you guys are pushing. Okay. All right. So you guys can now walk through. What's going on here? Let's see. So we've got Electrovores. So if you are not familiar with Electrovore is like these guys.
Oh, I've seen those before.
Yeah.
How
So
to Train Your Dragon Rejects?
yeah. So that's what they're like. They are small creatures. They're kind of like annoying bats that are the size of a dog. So
Bats plus seahorse plus dragon.
yeah, bat, seahorse, dragon, size of a dog type thing. So anyway, that's kind of what it's like. And since it's getting to be 10 o'clock, we can either just leave this as a cliffhanger, or we can start a little bit of combat. What do you want to do?
So cliffhanger fight.
Cliffhanger.
Cliffhanger?
I feel tired.
Cliffhanger then.
Yeah, I think the consensus is cliffhanger.
Okay. So we'll go with that. We'll do it as a cliffhanger. And you guys follow us next week, and hopefully I'll be bright and shiny on the screen next week. But we'll start this as a cliffhanger here. All right. So thank you guys for playing. Everybody say goodnight to our audience of 1. But, hopefully we'll get more as people realize we do have audio. So.
Looney-doo.